Have you ever wondered if an elevator could take you somewhere else? Not just to another floor, but to another place entirely. A place you can't come back from? Tonight, we explore a story that seems too strange to be true, yet it feels disturbingly real. Welcome to the Unknown Files X. If you're new here, we dive into the mysteries that linger in the shadows of our world. Your support means everything, so please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. It helps us continue to bring these stories to light. Now, let's begin. The date is October 23, 2018. The place is a modern apartment building in Seoul, South Korea, known as the Sky Tower. It's a normal Tuesday night. Families are eating dinner. Students are studying. Life is moving along as it always does. But inside this building, something is about to go terribly wrong. A 22-year-old university student named Kim Min-jun has just finished his part-time job. Security cameras show him entering the building's lobby at 10:47 p.m. He looks tired but smiles at the front desk clerk. He walks towards elevator B, one of the two elevators serving the residential floors. He steps inside, the doors close, and Kim Min-jun is never seen again. At first, nobody noticed. Min-jun lived alone. His parents, who lived in another city, called him the next day. He didn't answer. They called again. And again. After 2 days of silence, they reported him missing. The police started their investigation at the Sky Tower. The last known image of Min-jun was from the lobby CCTV. He got into elevator B. So, the police checked the elevator's camera footage. And that's when the mystery truly began. The footage from inside elevator B was corrupted. From 10:47 p.m. to 11 p.m. on October 23rd, there was nothing but static. The technician said it was a rare technical glitch. Unlucky, but possible. They checked the hallway cameras on every floor. Min-jun lived on the 14th floor. The camera there showed nothing. No one got off the elevator at that time. They checked every single floor. The result was the same. The elevator doors opened and closed, but nobody stepped out. It was as if Kim Min-jun had simply vanished between floors. Weeks turned into months. Min-jun's case went cold. His face on missing person posters began to fade on city walls. Life in the Sky Tower returned to normal. But then it happened again. 6 months later, on April 12, 2019, a 35-year-old office worker, Park Seo-yeon, entered the lobby at 9:15 p.m. She was talking on her phone, laughing about something. She waved to the security guard and walked to the elevators. This time, she chose elevator B. Just like Min-jun. The doors closed. And just like Min-jun, Park Seo-yeon disappeared. This time, the community was terrified. The police were under immense pressure. They reviewed the security footage again. The lobby cameras showed her entering elevator B. But once again, the camera inside the elevator had malfunctioned at the exact same time. 12 minutes of static. No footage of her exiting on her floor or any other floor. 2 people. The same building. The same elevator. Vanished without a trace. The residents of Sky Tower started to whisper. Rumors spread about a cursed elevator. Some people avoided elevator B completely, taking the stairs or waiting for the other one, no matter how long it took. The building management hired specialists to inspect the elevator. They took it apart, checked every wire, every mechanical part. They found nothing wrong. It was a perfectly normal elevator. But the disappearances were not normal. This is where Detective Choi comes into the story. He was a veteran detective, close to retirement, who couldn't let the case go. He was haunted by the faces of Min Jun and Seo Yoon. He spent his nights at the police station, re-watching the lobby footage over and over again. He believed the answer was right there, hidden in plain sight. He noticed something small, something everyone else had missed. On the nights both Minjun and Seo Yoon disappeared, the digital clock in the lobby camera had a tiny flicker. It skipped a second. At 10:47 p.m. for Minjun and 9:15 p.m. for Seo Yoon. It was almost unnoticeable, but it was there. A single, missing second. Detective Choi became obsessed. He started looking into old, forgotten urban legends. He found stories whispered among students online, a game. They called it the elevator to another world. The rules were specific and strange. You had to be alone. You had to enter an elevator in a building with at least 10 floors. Then you pressed the floors in a specific sequence, 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. If you did it correctly, and another person did not get on, when you reached the 5th floor, the doors would not open. Instead, you would begin to ascend. The floor indicator would pass 10 and keep going. When the elevator finally stopped and the doors opened, you were not supposed to look back. You would be in another world. A world that looked the same, but was empty and dark. A world from which you could not return. The detective dismissed it as a childish ghost story. But he couldn't shake the feeling. He went back to the Sky Tower. He looked at the elevator panel. He thought about the sequence. It was just a game. It couldn't be real. But 2 people were gone. He needed answers. He spoke to a young resident who was a friend of Kim Min-jun. The friend hesitated, then admitted that Min-jun was fascinated by urban legends. He had been talking about the elevator game just days before he vanished. He said he was going to try it. He thought it was just for fun. Suddenly, the pieces started to fit together in a terrifying way. Could Min-jun have tried the game? And what about Seo Yoon? Was her disappearance a coincidence? Or did she somehow do the same thing? The detective found her social media profile. He scrolled back through months of posts, and there it was. A shared link to an article about the elevator game. She had commented below it, "This is so creepy. I wonder if it's real." The post was from the day before she disappeared. Detective Choi felt a cold chill run down his spine. This was the connection. It wasn't a malfunction. It wasn't a crime in the traditional sense. It was a game. A game with unbelievable consequences. But there was still one problem. How could a simple button sequence make an elevator go to another world? That was impossible. He knew it. But the evidence was staring him in the face. He went to the building's maintenance chief, an old man who had worked there since it was built. He showed him the sequence, 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. The old man's face went pale. He explained that it wasn't a supernatural code. It was a maintenance override sequence. It was used by technicians to reset the elevator S system or take it to a hidden service floor between the 10th and 11th floors. A floor that wasn't on any of the building plans. It was an unlisted, unfinished space used for storage. The sequence activated a special mode. When the elevator reached the 5th floor, it would recalibrate and then go directly to this hidden floor. The detective rushed to the Sky Tower with a team. They had the maintenance chief input the code. The elevator hummed, went up to 10, then 5. The doors stayed shut. Then, it started moving upwards again. The indicator light went dark. It stopped. The doors opened. They weren't in another world. They were on a dark, dusty, unfinished floor. The air was cold and still. There were old boxes and forgotten equipment everywhere. And in the corner, behind a pile of old tarps, they found it. A backpack. It belonged to Kim Min-jan. A little further, they found a purse. It belonged to Park Seo-yeon. But Min-jun and Seo-yeon were not there. The floor was a dead end. There was only one way in and one way out, the elevator. The space was completely sealed otherwise. So where did they go? The police searched every inch of that hidden floor. They found nothing. No secret doors, no broken walls. It was just an empty concrete box. The last piece of the puzzle was the most disturbing one. On the dusty floor, near where the elevator doors opened, they found faint footprints. Footprints from two people leading away from the elevator. But there were no footprints leading back. It was as if they had walked out of the elevator and simply ceased to exist in the middle of the room. The case was closed, but it was never solved. The official report listed Kim Min-jan and Park Seo-yeon as missing persons, presumed deceased. The hidden floor was sealed off permanently. But the questions remain. What happened on that secret floor? Did they find another way out that no one could see? Or did the elevator game work after all? Maybe it didn't take them to another world right away. Maybe it just took them to the right place, the right doorway, where the real journey could begin. We are left with a quiet, haunting truth. Sometimes, the most terrifying mysteries are the ones that leave us with no answers at all. Just a silent, empty space where someone used to be. If a story like this were proven to be true, would you want to know the truth, no matter how terrifying it was? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us at the Unknown Filisks. If you found this story as chilling as I did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Stay curious and stay safe.